Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Group Chat Family Edition, a podcast designed to help families have meaningful conversations about faith at home. I'm Brett, and I'm so glad you're here this week. Whether you're driving to practice, sitting around the dinner table, or winding down for the night, this podcast is all about giving you tools to talk about Jesus in everyday life. Each week, we'll explore a big truth from Scripture, unpack what it means for you and your family, and give you questions and ideas to spark real conversation with your students. So let's dive in. This week's session from the Gospel Project is called The King is Coming. The main idea: God calls us to live like His promises are real. Zechariah reminded God's people that even in seasons of discouragement and doubt, they could cling to hope because God's promises never fail. That same truth applies to us today. What we believe about the future should shape how we live today. This week's Christ Connection, Zechariah prophesied about the Messiah, saying he would be a humble king who would build a new and better kingdom. Jesus is that Messiah, that king that he was talking about. When we trust him, we're forgiven and welcomed into his kingdom. So here's some questions that you can ask around the table or in the car this week. 1, why did Jesus ride in on a donkey instead of a horse? What does it mean for God to refine us? How do stories like these help us when life feels hard? And how should believing God's promises about heaven affect our choices today? God calls us to live like His promises are real. When we believe in His coming kingdom, it changes everything: our choices, our priorities, and our hope. Here's a few quick reminders for you. If you're listening to this on a Sunday, a lot of us are not here, as we are in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for the Strength to Stand conference as a part of our winter retreat weekend. Also, Student Connect has started back. This week it'll be week 2 back in the building for Wednesday night, 6:15 here in the Student Center. And then lastly, super important, Fuge registration is opened. Go to fhbc.org/students and go ahead and get your student registered for Fuge Camp. Well, thanks so much for joining me today for Group Chat Family Edition. Keep the conversations going and keep pointing your family to Jesus. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.